Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! 17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan open. Chicago with the lead. Harper got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship.
Tying run at second, 2 out. Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it and to the middle with the 15 to the 20. Breaks free to the 25 to the 30 to the outside. 40 midfield. 40 30 in the coast. 20 15 Hester 5. Oh! Touchdown!
Toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome, Shawn and Maya in the morning on this House Music Monday edition. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, well, then I guess you found us on Facebook. And if you're not following us on Facebook, what? Come on, go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. But wait, there's more. Go to the show's page, go to Shawn and Maya in the morning, like that page as well. So not only will you be following Sports Zone Chicago, but you'll be following Shawn and Maya in the morning as well. If you're watching us on our YouTube channel, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real, come on, man. Go to YouTube. Type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button, but also click the notification button. That's the little bell right next to it. And that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. Now, if you're watching this on our mobile app, please don't tell us you didn't know we had a mobile app. Come on, baby. What's wrong? What's wrong with you? Man, we have our own mobile app. So listen, wherever you get your apps from, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you get your app from. You go there. Doesn't matter if it's iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Walmart, Kmart, 7-Eleven, Zayre, Zemsky, Macy, Montgomery Wards, Weebolts, Woolworths, Zemskys, Gold Blast. It doesn't matter. You go there, you download it, you take us with you on the go. So not only do you get Shawn and Maya in the morning 3 days a week, and not only do you get our other live shows throughout the week, and not only are they archived there like they are on Facebook and YouTube, but I'll tell you what, we give you a slew, and I mean a slew of articles. Thanks to my man Clarence Council III. Big up to Clarence for keeping you abreast of all articles Chicago sports related. Now, if you're watching this on Roku channel, I like that kind of party, baby. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody, because Sports Zone Chicago, we have our own Roku channel. So if you have a Roku television in the house, do us a favor. Do us a solid. Yeah? Download Sports Zone Chicago's channel right to your television, to your smart TV. All right? Put it right there next to the big boys. Netflix, Hulu, Prime, HBO Max, Disney Plus, Paramount Plus with isn't that where Tulsa King is? Paramount Plus. My guy Gardner Dooley is he's on there every week, according to my guy Junior, which is awesome. Glad to see it. But I digress. Put us next to the big boys, and you can watch it on the big screen. Hell, we're on the big screen, right? Mickey now. You can also tweet the show. Tweet us at Sports Zone Shy. That's CHI at Sports Zone Shy. Now, if you want to follow me, just me personally online. You want to know what I did? Let me tell you what I did. I made it nice and easy for you, folks. Nice and easy. One handle for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. All one handle at the Shawn Sierra. All right. Listen, we got a great show, but I need you to get interactive. So if you're whatever platform you're watching us on, leave a question or comment on that platform, and it'll come up here in the thread. We'll put it up on the screen. We'll incorporate it into the show, and that, my peoples, is what makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around. And that's you. So bring them all, baby. Questions, comments, smart ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared over here. Like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it. Just bring it. Let's check out the chat already. Man, we got a late start, but man, oh man, this chat is jumping. Shawn Walls in the Mickey Vicky House. Good morning on House Music Monday, and Bears have no identity in its coaching staff. Shawn, we'll get to that. I promise you. Kevin Scott in the house. Good morning, sports owners. He says, good morning, Kevin. James Ford in the house. What's up, Papa? Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Patty Lotta's in the house. Patty, good morning, Ma. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. You and Jeremiah. I like it. My man, Luis Mejia checking in. What's up? Rise and grind, baby. Thanks for tuning in. We will talk about what happened. Luis also writes what happened. We'll also talk about what happened, man. That was craziness. King Booker World checking in. What's up, King Booker World? Thank you for checking in, buddy. Appreciate you. And my man, Armando Emeterio Lara Jr., my man Junior's in the house. I knew he would be. Cornelius Squall in the house. What up, sports owners? Today's not a good day. Definitely don't need Ice Cube for this one. That's for sure. Definitely don't need Ice Cube for this one. Listen, I don't know a lot, but I do know this. More of the usual suspects will chime in as the show goes on. That, my peoples, I can promise you. Man, we got a lot to talk, baby. Bulls, Hawks. Oh, yeah. Let's not forget that. Oh, yeah. And did the Bears play yesterday? I don't remember. We're definitely going to get into that. Definitely going to get into that. So, hope you guys had a good weekend. You know what? It was dreary. It was one of those, we looking for something to do this weekend. Just nothing crazy, but just, go have a drink or two. And so I ended up Saturday night, it was like 11:30, 12 o'clock. Ended up going across the street to the bar. There's a bar literally right across 159th Street. I could walk there if I wanted. I usually just take my car. It's like a 1.5. Not even. If it's 1.5 minutes, it means because there's traffic on 159th. At that time, it took me literally 30 seconds to get there. So I had a couple drinks, controlled the jukebox. One of the bartenders that I'm familiar with was there, so I was talking with her. Good stuff. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Okay. My man, Mr. Shorty's in the house. He's checking in. How you doing, Papa? We gotta talk you off the ledge. We gotta talk you off the ledge, bro. And there's a lot, this is why I don't back down from my statement. All right. I don't. Shawn says, when's the get off my lawn rant, SuperBack? It's coming. Mr. Shorty says, I am on the ledge. Listen. I have an issue with, I got a lot of problems with you people. All my Seinfeld fans understand Festivus. But I stood by with what I said before. Okay. This is frustrating for many a reason. Here's why. All right. We were promised by all the Caleb cult, this guy was generational. We were promised that this guy could do a whole bunch of things. I said I didn't believe it. I said I saw him play against good defenses in college and he struggled. All right. The athleticism was there. The talent was there. But no, people kept pushing back. He's generational. He's the best quarterback in the last 20 years, best since Ryan Leaf or since Andrew Luck or since Peyton Manning, the best quarterback ever. All these people kept coming out with all these things, and the hyperbole surrounding him was nauseating. And I said, I've never denied the kid's talent. Never denied it. Okay. I was just thinking to start to do this cycle again. Start with a new quarter. This whole thing. Would have been the third time in a row. Which I was so you know how I felt about during the Civil War. You know what side I stood on. Okay. And we saw yesterday a lot of we've seen, not just yesterday, but we've seen yesterday and throughout the season a lot of missed throws from a guy. Wide open receivers. Holds the ball too long. These are the same critiques as we have from the previous quarterback. Okay. Everyone talks about the anticipatory throws. All right. There's not anticipatory throws. All right. The deep ball is an issue. Okay. That we know we never had a problem with that with the previous quarterback. They pushed it downfield. Okay. We just didn't have the receivers to beat people. We have those receivers now. And now we're not using them. Or when they are there, those throws aren't being made. I was really pissed yesterday at with a pass to, was it Rome? Where he beat he was in the cover 2, the soft spot, and he had to wait for the ball. Clean pocket, had a chance to throw, step up, step into the throw, and he put air under it. What the hell is this nonsense with putting the fucking air under the goddamn ball all the time? I'm pissy about this because this is something you learn in grammar school. When you first start throwing the football, you definitely learned it in high school, the different types of footballs to deliver. If it's in a hole, you gotta be a fastball. Got to get there on time, in a hurry. It's got to get there. All right. We had the same situation before a week or two ago. The ball DJ Moore gets intercepted because the ball was thrown. There's too much air under it. These are high school things that are not being done. And I don't know if Shane's addressing it, but God damn it, I'm addressing it. These throws, playing in the NFL is difficult. You have people on the other side of the ball who are getting paid a lot of money, 6-7 figures, to stop you. When you have them beat, you beat them. Period. And the inability to know what type of football to deliver is mind-boggling and infuriating. Because Rome could have walked in. Rome had 100 yards yesterday. But Rome could have had more on a tutty. You put it on a rope, let Rome maybe shake some guy, cut back. Don't get me wrong, the play calling wasn't great, but I'll tell you what, the play calling was there a lot. You want to get on Shane Waldron? Okay, but I'll tell you what, there's a hell of a lot of plays that were left on the field. A hell of a lot of them. All right, people were complaining about the previous quarterback. He doesn't see the field. He doesn't do this. He doesn't do that. And I showed you, I showed you. He does read these. He can read defense. He does read the field. But people kept saying he can't. And these are people who don't know shit about football. These are people who have an agenda. Here's one where I was really pissed. I was really pissed about this particular one. This should have been a touchdown. Clay Harbor. I'll give him the credit. It's from CBS Sports, but Clay Harbor put it on Twitter. And what did I say the other day or last couple of weeks about Caleb? His favorite receiver was the open one. Not yesterday. I don't know if he was trying to force feed Caleb Keenan Allen or what. But here he misses a wide open DJ Moore. Watch DJ Moore coming open right at the goal line. You can fly. I'm sorry, he's at the 5. But there's nobody behind him. Watch it again. DJ Moore comes across, nobody there. You can fly. He hits him, touchdown. These are the things that everyone told us. No, he's generational. Oh, jeez. He's generational. Oh, he's this. I'm like, guys, I didn't see it. I see talent. Don't get me wrong. I think the kid is immensely talented. Don't get me wrong. I didn't see the generational part. I didn't see the generational part. So you can't blame for all the craziness that we have on Waldron. That's not one of them. That's not one of them. Like literally nobody by DJ Moore. It's man-to-man down there, DJ. And why wouldn't you throw? And I get it. You want to throw it up to your big receiver. Okay. But if you know you got a crossing route with a guy who's an excellent man-to-man beater in DJ Moore, look for him. And if you're going to throw that up, throw it up where DJ Moore or where Keenan Allen can get it. Like they talk about, they practice this all the time. It doesn't look like it. I don't see any balls that have any football passes. Pause. I don't see any passes in the red zone that look like good jump balls. Where our receiver has the ability to jump up and get it. He's got to make a one-handed catch. He's doing this. Come on, man. There's a lot of things that I'm missing that I'm not seeing that's frustrating me. And some of the things that I'm seeing are stuff that we said wouldn't happen. Everybody pounded it. And when they traded Justin, and was like, ha ha, see. And I'm like, just because they traded him doesn't mean it's the right decision. Kevin, you're full. Kevin's like, no worries, Shawn. It's Justin's fault. Once you draft generational quarterback number one, all our issues will no longer exist. Oops, we did that. Yeah, the same problems are here, but I'll tell you what, we push the ball downfield. I'll tell you who really misses Justin Fields, DJ Moore. I'll tell you who really misses him is DJ Moore. How many was this? 4 now? 3 or 4 passes that he should have had and probably scored on that Justin would have hit him? And because he that was his dude. That was his guy. And then when you bring more people in, trust me, you're going to go to your guy. You're always going to look to him first. When it's your guy, it's your guy. Shawn, I hear you. Bears O-line is bad and hurt. That had nothing to do with missing receivers. It had nothing to do with not looking at Cole Kmet. It had nothing to do with no screens being called. So it's frustrating. The screens being called, that one's on Waldron. But the missed throws, the running, I remember saying it specifically. You're not going to be able to outrun people in the NFL. These defensive linemen are too fast, too quick. And he always bails out. He always bails to the left. He's hit. He makes a reverse turn. Oh, if he sees someone, he'll come back. Don't you realize people watch film? They notice your tendencies, how you like to escape. Notice as he's turning back a lot more frequently, you find a defender there. He's got to come back to his right. All these things. It's all on tape. I'm tired of these missed throws. I'm tired of all these things that everyone promised me, everybody promised us weren't going to happen. He's generational. He's this. He's that. He's this. No, he's not. He's not. You couldn't beat good defenses in college. That was my platform. He couldn't beat good defenses in college. And people said, well, he didn't have the receivers. Jordan Addison left. He was at Minnesota. I said, but if you remember what I said was this. I said, I've seen college games where one person is able to beat a team that's better. Michael Vick, that's generational. Michael Vick, you remember? Miami. Michael Vick was going crazy against Miami. Freshman, everyone was like, whoa, what's he doing? Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders didn't have a great offensive line. Barry Sanders was just a stud. Those are generational players. And here we're getting shoved down our throat. You don't know football. You don't know. I have people who probably never even picked up a football telling me I don't know football. I'm like, okay. But I said, look, and trust me, I don't have anything against Caleb. I want him to do well. I want our Bears to do well, but he's got to do better. If you're going to go for a shot with Keenan Allen, give him a ball to catch. How many times just missed receivers? How many times this season has he just missed receivers? Like, I get it. Understanding coverages, reading coverages, calling plays off those coverages could take time. When you got a receiver wide open, come on, man. When you got receivers wide open, you know he's in a spot, but behind the corner in front of the safety in a cover two, you got to put a fastball down there. You got to put a fastball down there. I thought Rome Odunze was going to fair catch that ball yesterday that Caleb threw. Like, what are you doing? You could have. This is your guy that you celebrated with on draft day. You could have got him killed. All right, we're not seeing this, and I get it. And trust me, I think the kid is talented. And this is why I was like, man, you stayed with what you had. This guy worked with veterans, with Russell, Gino. Now it was one of his first times working with a rookie. But I'm not going to go back to that anymore. I'll leave it right there. I'm just pissed at the stuff that's going on. Shane Waldron. Did you forget you got number 85? I guess that goes hand in hand with Caleb. Caleb, did you forget you got Cole Kmet on your squad? Cole Kmet misses Justin Fields too. Did you forget about this guy? The guy who saved your ass so many times? One of the top 5 in the league. You forgot about him? You don't throw him the ball. You don't throw him. You don't even target him. When the middle's wide open. I can't wait to get the all-22 and see how many times he was open and he wasn't hit. He wasn't targeted. Shane Waldron, why aren't you running the ball? Why? Why? You understand? And what did I say on Friday? I said, just because they're like 27th, 28th in the pass defense, you don't come out starting to pass. You don't come out there slinging the ball around. Our offense isn't that good. What did I say? You run the ball. What did I say? Make them stop the run. Make them stop the run. So what's going to happen when you do pass, they're even more compromised in the secondary, in the back. Run the ball. Make them stop the run. Because if you don't make them stop the run, you just keep running. Like they did us. Just like they did us. You don't come out throwing the ball 100 times a game. You make them stop the run, make them further weaken their secondary, which was piss poor at best, and then you beat them that way. But no. Somebody smart said that one time, Mr. Shorty. Shawn said this coaching staff will hold this young quarterback back. Yeah. And I don't understand why, because Shane Waldron is making me look like an idiot, because Shane Waldron, and for a few games, holy cow. A few games, man, he got it right. You ran the ball. You forced them to stop the run. You play action pass. You hit your tight ends. You hit people off play action. Where was that yesterday? Where was that yesterday? Bears were at the 10. My man Junior. The Bears were at the 10. And he threw all 3 times. Yes. Why not run the God-blessed ball? Give me a counter. Pull somebody. Put the fullback in. I don't give a shit if it's at the 10-yard line. You don't need the fullback just at the 1-yard line. You can put him in at the 10. You pull a guard, the guard in the backfield, the fullback, which is, I just forgot his name. Kramer. You got a guard pulling, you got a guard leading. It's not that difficult. It's not. But here we go again. Now we're getting smartest guy in the room shit again. Got to be the smartest guy in the room. If you're going to be the smartest guy in the room, do something that works. Show people you're smart. Where is the jump ball to Romadunze? Where's the jump ball to Keenan Allen? Oh, we did throw one. Caleb, you got to make a better throw. Are you not working on this? Where's the back shoulder? Where's the back shoulder throws? Where are these? We did the back shoulder throws in college back in 1989, 1990, 1991, 1992. We had back shoulder throws of Mike Lewis. They first started. I was like, whoa, this is the best thing ever. Where are they now? With a big receiver like Keenan Allen, big receiver like Romadunze, going for the fade, stop, turn around, hit, throw right over the front pylon. Where are these throws? Where are these plays being called? Why are they not being called? Or where across the back of the end zone, throw it up so they have a running start, can run, jump as high as they can, and get it. All these things are not being called. Shane Waldron, who's made me look like a complete idiot. 3 good games, 2 crap games. You're right. They don't have a fullback on the roster because they just cut Kari Blasting game. Why? I don't know. You didn't use them. But listen. Steve-O, thank you for all those clips. I appreciate it. Thank you. We got to take a quick break because I gotta calm down. I gotta drink a little water because I'm fired up, if you can't tell. We are going to hit top of the morning topics when we come back, so don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Move it!
Many will hear the calling. Few will earn the title. United States Marine. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
How do you take care of your mind health? For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings.
I have my dogs. They're the best.
I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books.
I have hobbies outside of the game. I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
We are looking for a few heroes, mentors, trailblazers, innovators, a passion to change lives, spark curiosity, open hearts, and awaken minds, help students answer the question, who am I? This could be your calling, but this is no job. It's the journey of a lifetime. Be a hero. Be a teacher.
Mental health and learning disorders don't discriminate. 17 million children and adolescents in the United States live with disorders like anxiety, depression, ADHD, and dyslexia. Less than half get the help they need to thrive. Help the Child Mind Institute change these children's lives. Visit childmind.org.
Actually, through the first 3 quarters in Washington, today that accuracy has to go up.
Handoff. Swift carries the pile with him for a first down. 12-year veteran. 2nd and 10. Williams steps up. Initially looked like he was going to run. Now he's just running for his life. Throws it and makes the connection. Oh, Dunze for 17 yards. And 16. Swift single setback. Williams timing. It's there. Hits his man. Oh, Dunze. DeMercado is in. Stepping up. Murray ran into his own man. That slowed him down, and he is thrown down by Byard.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of CBS. Excuse me. Those are the boys yesterday. Not doing very well. Those are our boys. Listen, we got to get into it. We have other sports to talk about as well. So you know how we do. And don't worry, Bears. We'll get back to Bears in a little bit. And I'm going to continue to talk my talk. But guys, you know how we do the first segment of every show. It's called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
The first top of the morning topic that we're going to go, you know what, we got to start with our boys, the Bears. The Bears. What a rough one yesterday, baby, out in the desert. The Bears fall to the Arizona Cardinals 29-9. Caleb Williams, 22 of 41 for 217 yards with a 68.9 rating. He also carried the ball 4 times for 5 yards. DeAndre Swift, 16 carries, 51 yards. Was almost just under a 4-yard average. Why would you not run him anymore? That doesn't make sense. Romadunze, 5 catches, 104 yards. All of our points were earned off of field goals. We'll continue Bears talk at the top of the hour because goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Next top of the morning topic. Yes, we got a team that won, baby. The Blackhawks. They go 3-5 on their road trip, and I like it. Yesterday, they beat the Mighty Ducks in Emilio Estevez 4-2. Soderblom, he stopped 37 of 39 shots. Phillips and Teuvo Teravainen had the goals. Seth Jones, Donato. Bedard had 3. Phillips, Teravainen, Jones, and Donato with the lamp lighters. Connor Bedard had 3 assists yesterday, bringing his total to 9. Tyler Hall with 2. Vlasic, Reichel, Kurashev each had 1 helper. Blackhawks 3 of 5 on the road. You can't ask for more than that. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. And again, I'm not putting them in the Stanley Cup Finals, but damn, this team's exciting. It's good that one of our teams is exciting. It's good that one of our teams is being developed properly. It's good. Development's a son of a gun. Development is a son of a gun. Well, the next top of the morning topic, the Bulls, baby. Only the Bulls. Only the Bulls. Dude, the United States is being used, man. Marco Antonio Solis was there last night, but the Bulls host the Utah Jazz at the United Center tonight. Tip-off is at 7:30 p.m. Central local time. You can catch that game on Chicago Sports Network if you don't have Comcast. Or you can listen to it on their flagship station, 670 AM. They're still arguing about this damn deal. Oh, we got people checking in. I told you more than usual suspects to check in. Diamond's in the house. Black Diamond, what's up, Papa? Good morning. It's the top of the morning, bro. Have you gone? Get off my lawn, Shawn on Eberflus. I did a little on Caleb and on Shane Waldron. We'll finish up with Shane and hit Eberflus at the top of the hour. So you're just in time. Just in time. But yeah, the Bulls, I'm excited. The Bulls were at 500 for the first time in a while. Now they're back to earth, but it's okay. It's okay. Our bullies, they're a young team. I'll put it this way. I shouldn't say they're a young team. They have a lot of veterans. Let me rephrase that. Up-and-coming team with all those veterans coming off of injuries. You got youngsters that you're expected to develop. See, right now we're 3-3. Tree and tree. 1, 2, tree. 1, 2, tree. Tree and tree are the Bulls. Mr. Shorty, I got a boogie too, Shawn. Have a great day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Mr. Shorty. I appreciate you for tuning in for the time being. Thank you, Papa. Have a great rest of the day. But the Bulls are exciting. I can't wait to watch them. Actually, I'm gonna go see them next week. Next Monday, I'll be at the Bulls game. So I'm excited about that. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. I love the Bulls. All right. Chicago's a basketball town. I know we're all Bears fans and everything, but we just love our basketball. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Let's see. Next top of the morning topic. I'm happy with this. Excuse me while I kiss the sky. The Chicago Sky have a new leader. Tyler Marsh. Chicago Sky signed Tyler Marsh, the former Las Vegas Aces assistant coach, to a multi-year deal to be their new head coach. Let me tell you something. This guy, look at this guy over here. This guy has gotten rave reviews. As soon as this news hit the streets, my goodness. People were going nuts in a good way. People were going nuts about this guy. This guy is extremely accomplished. Extremely. All right. It's according to the article. Multiple contributors from ESPN on this article. You know, he's known as a person who can develop. Angel Reese, when the news was made, she tweeted out W. The win. And in this article, it says, what was Marsh's primary role in Vegas and what is he best known for? All-star guard Jackie Young, who many consider might be one of the best players in the WNBA. I know her and Asia Wilson are probably going neck and neck. was one of Marsh's success stories in a player development role in Vegas. A non-shooter before Hammond's arrival, Young worked with Marsh to extend her range after hitting 22 total three-pointers in her first 3 WNBA campaigns. Only 22 in her first 3 over 3 seasons. Since, she's averaged nearly 73s. Hit 22 in her first 3 years, and she's averaged nearly 73s in a year at 40% at a 40% clip. 40% clip. That's huge. And he also said that goes on to say this comment will be critical to a Chicago team that made just 4.8 3-pointers per game last season, 1.1 fewer than any other WNBA club, and barely of what the Aces averaged in 2024, and they averaged 9.4. So this guy made just 5 3-pointers, 1 a quarter, and one somewhere, and an extra one in there. And the Aces averaged 2 a quarter. Well, I don't know if you do the math. 3 times 4 is 12. That's 12 points. You add 12 points to the Sky's point total for every game, they win a lot more games. So this guy is, and here's another thing. He was also he was also on the coaching staff when the Toronto Raptors won their NBA title. So this guy has been on some winning staffs, part of winning organizations. Looks like a really good hire. And I hope it is. I hope he does well, for obvious reasons. Kevin Scott, I hope this guy can have Brenda Maxwell. Hope so too. She was a 3-point gunner. She just got hurt. That's why she got cut. And they were in roster spots. And here's the thing. Here's the thing that I wonder in construction of a team. You drafted her. This thing that frustrates me. You drafted her. She's a 3-point specialist. You know it. And then you cut her. I know she was hurt. But, man, you better get her ass back on this squad. Because this is the NBA, the WNBA today. And I know the WNBA goes inside a little more. But when you have 3-point shooters, and Brenda Maxwell was a girl who could nail it from downtown. When you have 3-point hitters like that, you need them, and you need to use that ability to help you win ball games. And Brenda Maxwell is one who could definitely stretch the defense, stretch that floor. So, Kevin, I hope from your lips to God's ears, dog. I hope he brings her back. Man. Junior said, what about hiring Coach Lance Irvin? That'd be dope. That'd be real dope if Lance could get a job with the Sky. Get some free Sky tickets and shit. I'm just saying. Get some courtside seats, 100 level. I'm just saying. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. The next top of the morning topic, Cub fans, rejoice! Your man, Cody Bellinger. He opts in for the 2025 season. You know he would. $27.5 million deal is his. That will be his salary for the 2025 season. I would too. You had a down year. He had 18 homers in 24 after hitting 26 in 2023. He had an OPS plus of 111 in 24, down from 139 in 2023. So when you have a shit year or a subpar year, you're definitely not testing the free agent market. When that contract, you have the option, and Cody Bellinger's earned that right to have the option. The player option, which is why the Cubs gave it to him. It's going to be like 30, 30, and 20. It's like $80 million, 3 years. He's opted in. I ain't mad at you, Papa. I ain't mad at you at all. Not at all. Cub fans, the next top of the morning topic. Ian Happ. Ian Happ won his 3rd consecutive Gold Glove Award. Cubs outfielder, Ian Happ. Congratulations to him. All right, Ian Happ was a youngster back when they won the World Series title. Was it 17 or 18? I know my Cub fans don't know. When he led off the season, first pitch home run. Remember, he led off it was the first game of the year. It was on national TV, I want to say. It was the first game of the season. They were playing the first game, and Ian Happ steps up. First pitch, bam, home run. Was that 2017, 2018? 2018, Black Diamond? That when it was? This kid is really talented. And I'm happy for him. That's awesome. Both, switch hitter. Okay. What do we hit here? Jay Gris checking in. Jay Gris says, I can't remember what year it was. My eyes are watery from all the heartbreak. What up, Jay Gris? Thanks for checking in, Papa. Black Diamond said, that's the year we had Yu Darvish. Okay. But man, I'll tell you what, his talent is never in question, ever. I've always liked Ian Happ. Truth be told, I liked a lot of players on the Cubs. Even on that 2016 World Title team, I liked a lot of players. I just didn't like the fans. Your fan base is a bunch of puds. I'm just saying. It's not even the team that I don't dislike, that I don't hate. Oh, it's not even a team that I hate. It's the fans. Oh, my goodness. That's funny. But congratulations to him. Black Diamond says we can be insufferable. Yes. Let me tell you, Black Diamond, the worst day of my life was when the Cubs won the World Series. All right. And can I tell you, I was at my buddy's house. Champ, big shout out to Champ. Tony Rodriguez. I was at his place watching Game 7. And he's been a Cub fan his whole life. He's a few years younger than me, but he remembers 03, obviously. He remembers 84. He was a lot younger. When Rajai Davis hit that homer, it looked like someone had just shot his puppy in the head with a shotgun. I was talking so much shit to my guys at his place. I said, I was mad that they got to a Game 7. I was pissed. And then one of my buddies says, you know what? He goes, this would be so perfect for the Cubs to get to Game 7 and lose it on a walk-off in the bottom of the 9th. He said, that would be a way to destroy Cub fans. I said, yes. And I told him that early in the game. I'm like, dude, they're going to lose on a walk-off in the 9th. And when Rajai Davis hit that homer to tie it off of your closer, who's the guy you got from the Yankees? Aroldis Chapman. I said, man, you're lucky there was not one more guy on. So once they won it, then they were like, oh, then we couldn't use the old, you haven't won a World Series in a lifetime. So that, yeah. So that was a rough day for your boy. That was a rough day. But I digress. Hey, listen, we're gonna take another break. On the other side of the break, we're gonna talk about our Bears. We're gonna talk about our Bears. And I'm not true with you yet. Well, I'm not true with this guy. I'm not true with this guy yet. But I'm gonna finish my rant on children. And then I go to Eberflus. All right. I'm going to finish my rant on Waldron. He's made me look bad. I don't like looking bad. I can do that all by myself. But I'm going to finish the rant on him and my issues with him. And then I'll go to Eberflus. And I wrote notes. I have notes that I took down. Bullet points. So, yeah. So listen, don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Get off my lawn, Shawn, on the other side of the break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on Sports Zone Chicago.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Time out. How are you feeling right now? Happy? Excited? Angry? Overwhelmed? One of the best things you can do for your mind health is to name what you're feeling. It can sharpen your awareness and help you talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Where are your thoughts right now? In the past, the present, the future? Do you notice any sensations in your body? Is your heart beating fast? Is there a flutter in your stomach? Or are you fully relaxed? What do you need right now? Time with others? Time to yourself? Remember, there's power in this awareness. So find ways to identify what you're feeling today.
Hi, guys. Hey. Hi, Megan. Hey, Jessica. Megan, you're a tramp. Ryan Fitch told me you guys made out. Everybody knows. He said your breath smells like garbage. And he almost puked. He says you're the most desperate girl he knows, besides your mom. How many boyfriends does she have anyway? Lots? Your makeup makes you look like a clown. That zit is huge, zit face.
Hey, bud, what you doing?
I'm playing with cars.
Cars? Can you show me what a car does? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a second. First of all, this is a school zone. So you need to put down your cell phone, stop texting, and let's get to driving. Now you're coming up to a stop sign, right? You need to slow down and stop before you hit that Y line. I want you to look left, right, left. You don't want to get hit by a car going on your left and to your right to make sure you don't get sideswiped by a guy coming from your right. You're coming, and you see a crosswalk. You better slow your horses down because the #1 rule of driving is always yield to pedestrians. Now stop, pull over, and you are done driving. Gosh, what do they teach you kids in school nowadays?
And I know questions will be about Caleb. I did see him. He limped off of there a little bit. He came in, looks to be fine. We'll check him in the morning. You never know how those things go going forward with that.
Why was he still in the game at the end?
Yeah, we're just getting work and getting timing, and getting timing on the 2-minute operation, and that's what we were doing. The defense was out there too.
Into the decision to sit Tyreek at the start of the game, and did you have issue on Wednesday during the walkthrough when he went in and took some time?
Yeah, it's like I've said before, we've made decisions, for Tyreek during that time, and you guys saw that, he didn't start and all those things, and and that's where it is. Tyreek, like I said on Friday, had a really good week of practice. He played well today, had a good pass breakup, had some nice tackles, so he put his best foot forward.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those comes courtesy of the Chicago Bears. That's our fearless leader. That's our fearless leader, Matt Eberflus. And, man, he's getting raked over the coals, and rightfully so. And rightfully so. This team was not. Well, let me finish on Waldron. All right. This team was unprepared. And that starts with Eberflus, but let me go to Waldron. Waldron's got to do a much better job. All right. Man, he made me look like an ass, man. I stood on a soapbox for this guy. I called him the best acquisition this offseason. And for 3 games, it looked good. Now, my question is, why did it look so different against the team that was 27th in pass defense, 27th in rush? Like, they were just at the bottom of the pass defense through all metrics. And remember me saying on Friday, this is how you attack it. You don't get off the bus throwing the ball. You don't. Don't get off the bus throwing the ball. You must run the ball. Run the ball. We'd had some success the last few weeks. Run the ball. Force them to stop the run. Force them to bring a guy in the box. Force them to further compromise their secondary, which sucked. Then you hit them. Don't come out throwing the ball all over the yard. And what did the Bears do? They came out and threw the ball all over the yard. I don't understand it. We're 4-4. I remember at the beginning of the season, I said I had a difficult time finding 3 losses in this first 9 games. And now we're at 4. I had a difficult time finding 3 losses. The 3 teams that I knew we should have beat: the Cardinals, the Commanders, and the Colts. All beat us. All beat us. Those were gimmies. I'm like, yeah, I even said, I know the Colt game is kind of like, I don't know, because we don't know what Richards is going to do. Is he going to come out and have a good year? Is he still learning? We didn't know. But I still said they should have won that game. I said 7-2 should be perfect. 7-2 is what I thought. And I said, man, I can't even find a 3rd loss in these first 9. And I gave Shane Waldron time. I'm like, okay, I understand you're with these guys, but using them in a game situation is different than using them in practice and utilizing them. Much different. So remember, I said I'd give them a month. Week 4 was a little, okay, on the rise, not exactly where I wanted to be, but then week 5, week 6, okay, good, okay. I'm good. Let's keep it going. Let's keep ascending, is what I said. Let's keep improving, is what I said. Then you do the dumb shit last week where you hand the ball off to the guard in the backfield, and then you double down on it. On Thursday, you double down on it. So you're going to go with a guy who's never done this before. Let me ask you a question. If your mom was in a heart surgery, you do want a heart surgeon who just his first time, he's never done it before. He's been in the room, but he's never done it before. Is that the heart surgeon you want? Is that the heart surgeon you want? No. You want the guy who's done 578 heart surgeries with a 94% success rate. That's the guy you want doing your mom's heart surgery. Get as close to automatic as possible. But you go and you do this. I don't know what's wrong with people. The arrogance. And we know offensive coordinators are really arrogant. The good ones. And Shane Waldron's a good one. Why he's having an issue here, I don't know. Maybe it's the quarterback. I don't know. But it's not the quarterback's fault when you call a run. Or when you call a pass, there should have been a run. It's not a quarterback's fault when you don't maintain or you don't stick with the run. Commit to the run. It's not the quarterback's fault. There's some times where you just say, you know what? This drive is going to be about the offensive line. Offensive line. What we do on this drive is up to you. And I know backups are backups for a reason, but damn it, you ask any offensive lineman what they'd rather do. Would they rather pass set or would they rather run block? And I guarantee you 100 out of 100 times, they'd rather run block. Jay Grizz, SuperBack, what do we do? Build through the draft or trade for positions of need this year? And next, Jay Grizz also says, are we buyers or sellers? I believe we need to sell and build through the draft. Listen, if we're 7-2, we're buyers. If we're 6-3, we're buyers. Actually, the trade deadline's tomorrow. So if we're 5-2, 6-1, we're buyers. And this but here's here's my point though. And you ask Jay Grizz, you said I believe we need to sell and build to the draft. Well, guess what? We had a plan, or we didn't say anything. There was an option where we would have had a shitload of picks, first and second round picks. First and second round picks had we made that haul. First and second, we'd have a first round this year, first round next year, probably a second round this year. So we'd have 2 firsts this year, probably 2 seconds, or maybe 3 seconds. Next year, another 2 firsts, 2 seconds. That's how you build. Because remember, we were promised this by all the Caleb call. We were promised this. They stood on business about this. They stood. They called us names. We were the Justin Sexuals, remember? All the other names. Oh, you're stupid. You don't know anything. You're a clown. You're this. I'm like, no. He's generational. He's this. He's that. He's this. He's that. He's this. Think of all the stuff we could have had with that stuff. And I think we should build through the draft because you don't just go and start buying offensive linemen. And all those, think with that haul, all those guys would have been on rookie contracts. With the salary cap going up, and if you still wanted to get, depending on who you traded that number one pick to, if you still wanted to get, and you felt that Rome Odunze was better than Marvin Harrison Jr., you still could have got Rome Odunze. But you got this guy, this play caller, who had been very good with veterans, which is, again, let me ask you a question, Kevin. Again, Shawn, all we needed was that generational quarterback. Let me ask you a question, Kevin. Is Russell Wilson a generational quarterback? Is Russell Wilson a generational quarterback? I think we can all effectively say with confidence that he's not a generational quarterback. Can we not? Can we agree on that? Just put yes or no in the chat. Is Russell Wilson a generational quarterback? I say no. Oh, you're being funny. But yeah, Russell Wilson won a Super Bowl and should have won 2. If it wasn't for the stupid play call to throw the ball on the goal line. Just give it the beast mode. This is what I mean. This is why I was adamant about it, and this is why, but this is what we were told, remember? This is what we were told. This is what we were told from everybody. Oh, look at this, look at this, look at that, look at this. A lot of podcasters. I lost friendships over from people because of this. You don't know what you're talking about. You're this, you're that. I'm like, what? You don't need a generational quarterback. You don't. It helps. But let's be honest. If Patrick Mahomes came here, he wouldn't be a generational quarterback. You put him through the same shit you put Trubisky through? There's no way. On God's green earth, Patrick Mahomes would be a $500 million man with 3 Super Bowls and 2 MVPs. None. That was sweet slick. I agree with you 1,000%. Kevin, thank you. Drew Brees was generational with a great head coach. He found a guy who matched, who knew how to use him. I don't think Drew Brees was generational. I just think he found a perfect guy who knew how to use him. Perfect guy. Sean Payton knew exactly how to use Drew Brees. Exactly. This is why now I don't hear all these all those people who were calling me clown and this and that, and you don't know football and this and this. I do know football, believe me. I do know football. And this is why when I said, and it wasn't I'm not disrespecting Caleb at all. He's extremely talented. I've never, ever, ever said he sucks. Never said that. Never said that Caleb sucks. On the contrary, I always talked about how talented he is. It just said he wasn't the right guy for this team. That's what I said. Verbatim. He wasn't the guy. Justin Fields was the guy for this team. And if you would have brought in, and think about it, if you go off of history, St. Waldron has worked with veteran quarterbacks, not rookies. With Russ, with Gino. It would have been another, but so now what's the problem with Shane? Is his issue working with rookie quarterbacks? Because I'm thinking you should be able to mold this quarterback to exactly how you want. Or do you want someone to bring in some stuff that you can kind of tweak and help him become better? I don't know. No. But it's not working. And Caleb's making bad decisions. Caleb is missing receivers. And it's frustrating. And you're going to sit there and people are going to say, well, it happened just in year 3 and it's only year 1 with him. Understood. However, my question to you is, what did he have to throw to in year 1? What did he have to throw to in year 2? What did he have to throw to in year 3? Oh, DJ Moore in year 3. Cole Kmet in year 3. Cole Kmet was year 2, but DJ Moore, 1,300 yards, career high in yards and touchdowns for DJ Moore, a career high in yards and touchdowns for Cole Kmet, if I'm not mistaken. Yards, I think. Jerome, thanks for tuning in, Bubba. I appreciate him low in the house. He said, I'm so tired of all the excuses other Bears podcasts have for Caleb Williams. He's so much better than Justin Fields. He misses all those wide open throws, make it make sense. I don't see it. I don't see it either, and that's the issue. And that's why I stood on it, and everybody came at me. Everybody came at me. Told you, I lost friendships over this shit. I'm like, I'm just saying what I see. And agree. Black Diamond agree. Again, nobody is saying Caleb sucks. He's not. He does not suck. Caleb does not suck. But like you said, Black Diamond, he just wasn't the right fit. And remember, when they signed Shane Walsh, I'm like, perfect. It shows they're keeping the quarterback because he's worked with veteran quarterbacks. And that's the issue. So going back, there has to be, he said we got to circle the wagons, if you remember what Eberflus said. We got to circle the wagons. Well, the fact that you have to circle the wagons is not a good thing. Jay Grizz said, did Washington want Caleb? Would they have traded up to draft Caleb from us and passed on Jaden Daniels if we traded back for the number 1 pick? That's a good question. That's a good question. Because I look at it this way. Would they have traded up? Maybe they wanted Jaden Daniels the whole time. Remember, Coach T came on here and he told us that in the whole offseason, Coach T said Jaden Daniels was the most pro-ready quarterback coming out of the draft. He was the most pro-ready quarterback coming out of the draft. It didn't mean that he's going to have a better career than Caleb. It didn't mean Caleb was never going to make the Pro Bowl. It didn't mean nothing. He said coming out of college, Jaden Daniels was the most pro-ready quarterback coming out. Coach T said it. So would Washington have done that? I don't know. Would Washington have stood pat and said, hey, everybody wants Caleb. We're good here at number 2, which is fine by me because, what the hell? Then you could have other teams who jumped up. Who could have jumped up and given us a haul? It could have been other teams. I don't know. That's a good question, Jay Grizz. I think personally, they might have, unless it was a consensus that they thought is like Coach T did. Big shout out to Coach T. If they felt that Jaden was the best quarterback pro-ready quarterback coming out of the draft, they might have stayed away from Caleb Williams. But also, let's not forget, Washington just got done with their big scandal. Daniel Snyder just had to sell the team. They sucked for years. Thank you, Daniel Snyder. Magic Johnson was part of the ownership group. You had to put asses in seats. Okay? What a way to put asses in seats than get the hometown kid to come back, the generational talent to come back and play for your hometown team. Kind of like the Derrick Rose situation. Remember when Derrick Rose came here? And trust me, that was fixed like a mother hubbard. Which is why you don't see the lottery live anymore. They just tell you who they are. It's fixed. Oh, don't worry, Black Diamond. We're going to the top. We're going to the top with this today. We're going to the top. Poles get some heat too. Yes, Jerry Billings. Everyone said Caleb's more accurate. He can get the ball out quicker, etc. He can't get the ball out quick. But what good's getting the ball out quick if you're not accurate? What good if getting the ball out quick if you don't throw the proper ball to the receiver for that particular play? What good is it? Man, Bishop in the house. What's up, Papa? Keith Harris says, good morning, sports owners. Kevin Scott, Mr. Poles, the clock is ticking. The season can still be saved. Yes, it can. Replace your head coach and offensive coaches. Talent is present. Competent leadership isn't. I don't know if you want to. I don't know if you can't change your offensive coordinator. You can't do that right now. Who's going to take? You can't. We saw Shane run the ball. We saw Shane call a couple of good games. We saw that. So he has it in him. Nagy and some of the other guys, we knew we had shit for play callers. Shane Waldron's got to get back on that. That's where Eberflus comes in. I need you to call games just like you did in that 3-game win streak. That's what I need you to call. That's how I need you to call games. Run the ball down their throat or play action. We'll go deep once or twice. I say once a quarter, go deep. Pick your poison. DJ, you're in the second quarter. Rome, you're in the first quarter. Keenan, you're in the third quarter. And whoever you have in the fourth quarter can do it. Whoever we feel comfortable with, if someone's hot, go to him in the fourth quarter. Just one deep ball, a quarter. But you can't put in a new offensive coordinator. I don't think. I could be wrong, but probably not. But to put in a new offensive coordinator, I think Shane Waldron's got to push the ball a little more. Remember what I said? I said that I like the short game. Now we got to push the ball more. Now we need Caleb to go deep. But when Caleb goes deep, he misses. When we do go deep, he overshoots his receiver. He underthrows his receivers. That's an issue. We never had that problem with the previous quarterback. He had a nice deep ball. Pause. That was never the issue with the previous one. So now we're having issues with this guy. That's an understatement, Derek Carter. He says, Shawn, I think the locker room is shaky. Yeah, and I'll talk about it. It's coming. It's coming, damn it. It's coming. The way to right this ship is this. Start winning, period. How do you start winning? Get back to fundamental football. Get back to running. When you see a team that is poor in the pass, you run the God-blessed ball, period. Why? I explained it. Last week, I explained it. I explained it today, and I'll explain it one more time. Run the ball till they have to stop the run and force an extra guy in the box, because now the already soft secondary will be even further compromised, which will make our passing game much easier. That's it. That's football. I don't know who misses him. Justin Fields more, Jay Grizz. DJ Moore, Cole Kmet, or me? DJ Moore, Cole Kmet, or me? And it's not that he just hasn't produced. It's not that he hasn't produced. It's that the opportunities are there. He's not getting them the ball. That's the thing. Like, get me the God-blessed ball. Get me the ball. Just give me the ball and I'll produce. You know, putting the ball up and having him contest. Dude, when he's open, hit him. So they got to go back to the basics with Caleb. And like, look, when it's a whole shot in the cover 2 behind the corner in front of the safety, that's got to be a 100-mile-an-hour fastball, son. You got to come over the top with that. No arming, no dipping down, no sidearm bullshit. turning to at second base? No, it's got to come over the top with some mustard on it. Get him the ball so he can make a move, so he can get some yak. He can shake, run through a guy if he has to, because he's done that before, and get us a tutty. Keith Harris Bishop says, here's my take. First, Poles failed to build an offensive line, yet he was an offensive lineman himself. Second, you can tell there's a void of leadership in the locker room. Yeah, I said that before. The locker room. The locker room, the locker room, the locker room, the locker room. The fact that no one went up and punched, the fact that nobody went up and punched Tyreek Stevenson in the mouth last week after that nonsense shows there's no leaders in the locker room. Shows there's no leaders in that locker room. Now we're going to Coach Eberflus. The fact that Tyreek Stevenson felt he could do that, he was comfortable enough doing that, shows that there's no leadership from Eberflus and no leadership in the locker room. I'll give you my example again. You think anyone on the 85 Bears would have done that? Would have gone and jawed with the crowd? You think anyone on the 86 Giants would have done that? Do you think anyone on the 2000 Ravens would have done that? Do you think anyone on the 06 Bears would have done that? You think anyone on a Mike Tomlin coach team would do that? You think anyone on a Belichick coach team would do that? No. So what kind of culture are you fostering where people feel comfortable doing that shit? What kind of leaders do you have that aren't going to go up and say, hey, and punch a guy in the face in the locker room? Let me tell you something. I would have been happy if word leaked out that somebody and Tyreek Stevenson got into a fight after last week, after the Washington game. I would have been happy. That would have showed leadership. That would have showed leadership. Because, man, good defenses, like, you got to have some dogs. And this is why people are talking about Poles. Like, stop getting these nice guys. They're good players, but you need some dogs. You need some dogs. Some alpha males. Like, who's the alpha male? Like, who runs that? Who's the dog who runs that defense? I don't know. I mean, is it me? Talk to me. Talk to me. Who's that one dog in our defense, in our second on our defense? Who's that dog that, man, you don't want to cross him? You don't want to cross him. You don't want to piss him off. Who's that one guy on our defense? Is there a guy on our defense? Is there a guy? Please let me know. Is there a guy that you like, man, like, don't piss him off against his defense? When Urlacher was here, it was Urlacher's defense, and you know who was right next to him? Briggs. Mike Brown. Those are dudes who have a problem with you. They go up to you and they say, we got a Mickey Ficky problem. What the hell you doing over there yapping at fans? There'd been a Mickey Ficky problem with Urlacher and Briggs if you did that on their defense. If you go back to the 80s, there ain't no problem. They're just going to punch you in the face. They're just going to walk up to you, not say nothing, on site. All my people who from the streets, you know what I'm talking about when I say on site. You get in a locker room on site. You might not even take off your uni, your shoulder pads. You walk up, boom. Don't you ever do that and compromise this defense again and lose the game. And then tip the ball to the guy that you're supposed to be blocking out. Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett. I hear you, Black Diamond. I don't know if he's that dude to go up and knock a mug out and steal off you, but he's a hell of a dude. He's a hell of a dude. Him and Montez Sweat will have plenty of meetings at the quarterback. Who are you going to double team? Kevin Scott. he says, Shawn, last season the right side of the offensive line was dominant on number 76 and number 58. Why the hell would they weaken the line and split them up? Because they paid Nate Davis a hell of a lot of money, and that was a big mistake. Don't worry, Paul. Just come. I got more for you. But Nate Davis is a right guard. He plays right guard. That's all he plays. Okay, cool. Why would you do that when all you've done is get guys to play multiple positions, but then you go get a guard, and when the most important unit on this team, you got a guy who's not multifaceted, who's not versatile. Because you need to put him at left, and then you need to put Tevin and Darnell Wright on the right side and leave it there. Black Diamond, you're right. I like Quan too, but he's not that dog. He's a put it this way. He's a phenomenal soldier. He's not a leader. The people I mentioned, Mike Singletary, Lawrence Taylor, Leonard Marshall, Ray Lewis, Mike Brown, Urlacher. Those are leaders. They're dogs too, but they're leaders. And it's no knock on Jaquan. But I could see Jaquan. I could see him going up and saying something. But you know what? They're all buddy-buddy. Kind of like Krutz. Yes. Krutz would have, we all know. Shit, he's already punched people in the face. Reuben Brown, ask him. Ask Drew Brees. Odin has no problem going up to you. There have been leaks saying that practices aren't taken seriously. Steven should have had caught a fade after taking himself out of practice. Well, Keith, so I don't know if you heard the whole story on that. So this new soft generation, so the way Jay Glazer reported it, this is another thing. Well, I hate a lot of media, and I'm part of it. But they say, you talk about shock effect for clicks. This is one of the things. So Courtney Cronin did some research. So here's what happened, Keith. They're stretching. This is as they're warming up for practice. All right, they're stretching. Okay, and then coach came over and told Tyreek Stevenson that he wasn't starting. So he went back to the locker room to compose himself and catch, maybe cry a little bit. Okay, compose himself. He came back out. He said he was gone a couple minutes. He came back out and went through practice. So technically, yes, he did walk out of practice because stretching is part of practice. But when you say you walked out of practice, it gives people another thought. Like, I was pissed. I tweeted something about it. But then Courtney Cronin said, hey, she goes, I asked the people in the organization, here's what happened. So that's what happened. So he went, composed, cried a little bit, called mom, came back out on the field, went through the entire practice. So that's what happened about the Tyreek Stevenson leaving practice. But Coach Eberflus, here's my thing. You have this team unprepared. You didn't have this team insulated from the outside world. And here's part of your newness to being a head coach. Because you're losing the locker room. And you're losing it more and more by the day. More and more by the day. Because players are coming out and talking, and then when you tell them not to talk, they're saying, they told us not to talk. So what they need to do is say, hey, listen, we keep our business in-house, period. If it's a question, and the media is asking horrible questions. I shouldn't say horrible. They're asking probing questions because they want it. You know what they do? There's like a fight. You know when you get that good, we've all watched boxing and UFC. When you get a boxer, when he gets that good shot in your head and the dude's wobbly, man, that boxer goes in and you see a flurry of headshots. Boom, 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 don't we? That's what the media is doing. That's exactly what the media is doing. Listen to this question that they asked Caleb.
Do you sense you're okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Yep.
You feel like maybe you shouldn't have been in the game at that point?
It's not my decision. You fight to the end of the game. If you're in the game, if not, coach makes a decision like that. You have to deal with it and figure out the next steps. But not my decision.
Did you think you bounced back from a hectic week
last week?
Yeah, and play better today, just as a team?
I think early on in the week, I think we could have done better overall of bouncing back after that. I know it's a tough loss. It's tough regardless of who you are in the facility. If you're out there making plays or if you're making decisions up top.
Those clips courtesy of the Chicago Bears. But they asked him, so you ask a loaded question. So you're asking him to throw somebody under the bus. You're telling him to throw, because when you ask this question, do you feel like you should have been out there? What is he supposed to say? No, I don't. So now that blows up. All right, our media can be very piranha-ish. And everybody goes, everyone starts attacking because they want the next story. They want the next story. They want the quote. They want the line, the headline. They want the outtake. So now they're starting to ask those types of questions. Did you think you should have been in there? But here's the thing. They're telling you how they feel. They're telling you how they feel. Caleb just said, I don't think we did a good job of bouncing back. That's on Eberflus. And I told you didn't insulate these guys. You didn't say, hey, listen, any questions regarding last week? Tell them I'm not going to answer any questions about last week. I'm only looking forward to this week. Because you know what you let that do, Eberflus? You let Washington beat us twice. Washington beat us twice. Just what I said they couldn't do last week. Recall? Do you recall when I said they don't let Washington beat us twice? Don't let them do it. Remember that? He didn't do it. Because all these questions, because you have to answer the question. You have to deal with the media. You don't have to answer the questions. You can deflect the questions. You can say and it's been done plenty of times. I'm not answering questions about last week. I'm answering questions moving forward. I'm answering questions about the Arizona Cardinals. But they allowed it to linger and we talked about it last week. The fact that you don't get access to the coordinators till Thursday keeps that thing going, because then you don't get to ask questions to Shane Waldron. Hey, why was the handoff to Kramer? Why this? Why that? Why? And now it's Friday. Everyone's talking. They asked Thursday. It's talked about Thursday afternoon. It talked about all day Friday. Remember, I said no one's talking about the Arizona Cardinal game. Nobody. Everyone's still talking about the Hail Mary and the Kramer carry fumble. Everybody's talking about that. So if you tell them, hey, listen, we're not answering any questions regarding yesterday. So the only time you want to ask questions, cool. You have a Sunday and Monday. After Monday, we don't answer any questions about the previous game. No more questions about the previous game. They ask you a question, has anything to do with the previous game? You know what? I'm only answering questions about our upcoming opponent. That's how you handle that. You had far too many people talking about stuff, coming up, coming out of the locker room. All right, we should have had a timeout before that. We should have done this. We should have done that. We're talking about not going over things in practice. These are leaders. I felt that Waldron did a great job in that 14-game losing streak of keeping his team together. Now cracks in the dam, a lot of them. And I feel he's losing his team by the minute. You know, King Booker World, I hear what you're saying, and I agree with it. In the entire NFL, the Bears are the only team living off nostalgia, but failed to realize the nostalgia from 85 to the 2000s was on life support. Now in the 2020s, it's dead. Move on and flip the script. Yes, they have this special aura because the founder of the Bears founded the NFL. Okay? They have this sense of entitlement, which is why they haven't given us credentials, because of the hard questions, I believe, because the hard questions I was asking Justin Fields last year and Coach Eberflus. They feel entitled because they are the charter franchise. King Booker World, exactly. Hit him with the Belichick, we're on to Cincinnati. We're on to the next week. This is what a coach does. Hashtag real head coach. Borrowing Caleb Williams' dad's tweet. James Ford, yep. What did Belichick do? We're talking about next game. We're talking. I can't talk. We'll fix it. So I'm telling you this. This can still be turned around. This can still be turned around, but you got to win. And guess what? The schedule after Sunday gets really, really, really difficult. So here's where we're going to see how well Eberflus has this team. Because remember when they were playing the Panthers and the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I said, if they give this team the respect that they deserve, if the Bears respect this team, they give them the proper respect they deserve as an opponent in the NFL, they will blow them out. Remember I said that? And what do? Both games, 5 touchdowns. First time, 5 offensive touchdowns, first time since 1956. So if you give this Patriot team the respect that they deserve, you'll blow them out at home. But then the Green Bay Packers come to town. And the Green Bay Packers are reeling. And maybe a win next week can kind of get you on track and give you a little more confidence. Yeah, who wrote it? Yeah, Keith. Yep. I was ready. Trust me, I was ready. He says, Getsy got fired. I think Walter should be fired. I don't know if you feel it's a good idea at some point. Someone has to go now. I was ready. You know how I was ready? Boom. Here you go. Ready to report. I was ready I was ready, baby. I had it ready for the show. Raiders been fired, offensive coordinator Luke Getsy. And somehow I don't, and here's all to all those jamokes. Like, Getsy got a job right away. Getsy got hired before Fields got, I'm like, listen, I try to explain to people. And here's the frustrating part when you're dealing with meatheads who don't understand things or don't know things. If things go their way, they're so quick to go, oh, see, I told you. But you're going off of feeling. I'm going off of, I'm telling you facts. Getsy got a job because he's in the good old boy network. Once you get a coordinator job, it's easy to go from coordinator to coordinator. Easy. Getting that job is the issue. Getting the first job is the issue. When I was like, whoa, it had to be Fields because Getsy got a job right away. I'm like, yeah, no. I don't see those guys coming at me today. So you have this Eberflus, and he's got to put his foot down. He's got to put his foot down. He's got to say, hey, everything's going to be done my way. Coaches, you too. Shane, you're going to run the goddamn ball. If there's more than 6 passes than runs, you're done. Brown's going to call the offense. So you better count the plays. You better do something. But if I see more than a disparity of more than 6 passes than runs, you're done calling plays. Stick to the goddamn run. Simple. My ass is on the line here. I like my Lake Forest home on the lake. I like it. That overlooks Lake Michigan. That my backyard, I can walk down and get on a boat and hop on the lake. I like my house. It's got to filter down to the players. So you got to tell your play. And there's too many. There's too many. I don't know. How can I put this? I don't know. Bellissimo checking in from across the pond. Good afternoon, sir. Top of the afternoon to you. I know it's not the same, but average report coordinators are found out when depth injuries happen and they face a competent coach. Yeah. But here's the thing. Your backups, and I understand it to a certain degree, but here's the culture where that comes in. Your backups are backups for a reason. They're not as good as starters, right? You could tell 1 by they're not starting, 2 their contracts aren't as big. But 3, that doesn't absolve you from not knowing your assignments. It doesn't absolve you from it. It doesn't absolve you from giving great effort. It doesn't absolve you from that. So, okay, I can see you got the B gap and the dude comes and blows you up and knocks you out of the B gap, creates a hole, and the guy runs through for a touch. Okay, fine. I can deal with that. You had your gap. You had your job done. Someone was just better than you. I can live if someone's just better than you. I can't believe you. I can't deal with the fact that you lose because you're not doing your job. Because you're not fundamentally sound. Andre Taylor checking in. Good morning, Papa. How are you? Thank you for tuning in. It's the first time I've seen you. Thank you for checking us out over here on Sports Zone Chicago. Appreciate it. Keith said, do you fire up Flus and Waldron now? Let Washington be interim and Joseph be interim OC? It's a good question. If you do go that route, Bishop, you have, and here's what Poles has done. He's insulated himself where he's got a head coach, a guy to be an interim head coach, and a guy to be an interim offensive coordinator. But then what are you going to do with Washington? Is he going to be the head coach / D coordinator, play caller, like our guy is? That's the question. That's why I don't think, because you're going to fire a guy for being the offensive coordinator and head coach, a guy who's not good at doing it, to bring another guy who can be a first-time DC / play head coach. Not his first time as a DC, but DC and head coach. So therein lies the problem. Bellissimo says, I trust John Holt to run the D. Okay. I can kind of go with that. So Holt can call defensive plays. I can go with that, but is that okay with Washington, though? Because Washington loves his defense, just like Eberflus. Is Washington going to be okay being part of it but not making the calls? That's the $1 million question. But you've got people in place. And now my rant goes toward Ryan Poles. One more thing with Eberflus, which is why I'm very sour on him. I don't need you to be the fucking player's friend. I need you to be their coach. I need you to be their God-blessed coach. So you can rip Tyreek a new asshole and leave it at ripping him a new asshole. He knows what he did wrong. Don't say, yeah, but you know what? Tyreek has made a lot of good plays. We know Tyreek's made good plays. But Tyreek's had a good week of practice. He better have a good-ass practice after fucking up like he did. So don't give me this nonsense. Don't look me in the eye, piss on my shoes, and tell me it's raining. I don't need that. Keep it a buck with us. You keep it a buck with fans, they respect you. New England players, the coaches, the media, I should say, and the fans may not have liked Belichick, but they respected him. People respect Tomlin because you keep it a buck with us. We're not stupid. Okay, many of our fan base is, but the whole fan base isn't stupid. You know what I mean? Come out and say, look, with Tyreek, we talked to Tyreek. He understands it's not acceptable. We're going to handle this inside, in-house. We're going to handle this. And it's not going to happen again. Period. You come out, you address it, hit it head on, and that's it. It's not happening again. And if they ask what you're going to do, hey, listen, we're going to handle it. I said we're going to handle it in-house. It's not going to happen again. You have to get snippy with some people. And especially the media. Because I'm telling you, I've been in that room. You saw. I was in that room. I'm in the press box. And you have a lot of people who are just those people I'm talking about. They'll nag. And you got to nip it in the bud. Like, look, this is what I said. Stop asking this question. I'm giving you the answer I'm giving you. Stop asking the question. Different ways. He's trying to be everybody's friend. He's trying to be friends with the media, trying to be friends with the players. You're not there to be anybody's friend. You're there to lead a team. You're there to lead a team, not be people's friends. And Ryan Poles, go get some goddamn dogs on this team. Go get some Mickey Ficky dogs. Give me leaders. And don't give me this bullshit type of leaders you got. Montez Sweat, great player. He doesn't instill fear in anybody on that team. Am I wrong? Would you be afraid of Montez Sweat? No. Are you afraid of Jalen Johnson? No. You're afraid of Olin Kreutz, weren't you? You knew what was going to happen. You fuck up with Olin Kreutz. You do something. Tyreek Stevenson did something like that. And Olin Kreutz is the center. We know what would have happened. We need some leaders. We need guys. We need an alpha male to lead alpha males. Stop getting followers. Stop just getting good players. Get leaders. That's the issue I'm having with you, Poles. You're an offensive lineman. Why don't you have tons of offensive linemen? You and Ian Cunningham, you can't scout offensive linemen because you're both offensive linemen? Is there something wrong there? Am I the only one? Am I crazy for finding that to be an issue? Give me more. Go find more Tevinjenkins. Go find more Darnell Wrights. But see, those guys are monsters, but they're not. They won't speak up. They're good on the field. They're dogs and beasts on the field. They'll put you in the first goddamn or second goddamn row. But I'm not afraid of them on the team. Like I don't see Tevinjenkins going up and punching Tyreek Stevenson. Or having a fit for saying, stop being so fucking selfish. I need guys that put a little fear in the heart of other guys that they'll know. Man, they'll know. Keith Harris says, yes, Shawn, thank you for saying Andy Reid's a player's coach. Yeah, he's a stern. You're damn right he is. The hell with a State Farm commercial. But you don't cross Andy Reid. You don't. And people. My mom told me this. She was telling me when I was born, she looked for help because she was a single mom. And one of her friends, Miss Patrick, God bless her soul, rest her soul. Miss Patrick was a black lady who had 4 sons, and Miss Patrick was about 5'1" in shoes on a good day. She had 3 or 4 boys, and they were all over 6'3". Okay. And what Miss Patrick told my mom was like, listen, instill the fear of God in him at a young age. He'll grow to respect you. Don't worry. But you put the fear of God in him first. You're not his friend. Instill the fear of God in him, and he'll respect you as time goes on. If you don't have a coach that you know is going to cut you in a heartbeat, you think anyone on Jimmy Johnson's team is going to do this shit? You think anyone? Man, Michael Irvin. Hell with Michael Irvin. I'm talking Eric Williams, Nate Newton. They would have gone up to Tyreek Stevenson and had an issue. They would have had a Mickey-Ficky problem. There's got to be someone on this team that you fear. There's got to be somebody on this team that you're like, man, I don't want to cross him. I don't want him coming at me. But everyone's friends. Everyone wants to be cool. That's not how you win. You got to have somebody in there who, when they walk by, like, damn, you gonna steal off me? Like, what you walking by? What you coming over here for? You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Because Eberflus doesn't put the fear of anyone in them. And that's your fault, Poles. That's your fault. Because you didn't want to hire veteran coaches. You know what? It's this new generation. It's the new generation of middle management. All the general managers want to be the pretty boys. They want to be the most important person, the smartest guy in the room. It goes from baseball, basketball, football. They want to be the guys, not the head coach anymore. Remember, the head coaches were the main figures. The Ditkas, the Parcells, the Buddy Ryans, the Bill Walshes. All those guys were the center of attention. Now the general managers have got to be that, and so they can't hire someone who's going to overshadow them, whose star shines brighter than theirs. They can't and they won't. No, they can, they just won't. And that's on Poles. You go get a guy that you know is going to run this team. You know, a guy who know that people are going to be afraid to cross and afraid to do dumb shit like go taunt the fans while the play is going on. Who's going to go push a guy in his finger, get a 15-yard penalty. These are the decisions that are coming from our general manager, and I don't like them. It's evident now that Matt Eberflus is he's one of those guys. He'll come up, he sounds good, but when the rubber hits the road, King Booker, they need a Ray Lewis type, white suit version. Yes, Why do you think Mike Tomlin hasn't missed the playoffs in his 17, 18 years coaching? Why? Why? Because it's his way. What does he say? The standard is the standard. What standard do we have? What coach holds anyone to a standard? Ryan Poles, the decisions you've made have led us to this point. The head coach you hired, the people you draft. And I'm not saying they're not good players. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying don't give me Mr. Nice Guy. Roshan Johnson, great guy. You can go get a guy who can run the ball, who's a little on the edge. I'm not saying a murderer. I'm not saying a gangbanger or a thug. I'm just saying someone who plays with an edge. But you get all these nice guys, and you can't win with nice guys. Even at Holy Cross, predominantly white, there's only 100 black kids and 100 people of color on campus at 3,000 kids. On our football team, we went 30 wins, 2 losses in one time my first 3 years there. The only 2 losses we had were the Army, my freshman and sophomore year. There were guys on that team where you're like, damn, I just hope he don't come over here and say nothing. Tim Downing, year 1. Defensive tackle, first team All-America. 6'4", 6'5". I'm like, damn. Craig Callahan, my sophomore year, first team All-America, linebacker. Damn. My junior year, my guy, Jerome Fuller, my running back ahead of me, broke the first team All-America, broke the single season rushing record for Holy Cross. We had dogs. You need dogs, people who will have a problem, who will definitely go up and talk to you if there's a situation. Livette Lee checking the house. Good morning, Mama. How are you? Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. So this goes all the way up to polls. And this goes to the Bears too. Their entitlement. Oh, we can do this. We don't want you cursing on Hard Knocks. We don't want this. We don't want that. Stop it. It's not football. It's not football. Well, man, 2 hours has come and gone. I want to thank you guys for tuning in today. Man, it was a good show. I'm really distraught with a lot of these things that are happening. Really distraught. Flus is losing the team. Junior never swore. Oh man, Flus is losing this team by the day, but it's not too late. All right, so listen, we're gonna replay this tonight at 6. All right, 12:15, Second City Sports, Lakina and Sid. I'm gonna take you another 2 hours of Chicago sports talk. Guys, have a phenomenal day. It's a little brisk. All right, tomorrow's vote is election day. Make sure you vote. Get out there and vote. I'm picking up the warden. We're going to early vote right as soon as I get out of here. Okay? Make sure you do it. Make sure you tell your loved ones you love them, because you know what? Tomorrow is promised to no one. So listen, for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, King Booker, was 2 hours of these these mugs went by quick. Thank you for venting, Shawn. I need that, Papa. Hey, no problem, Bishop. Great show, Shawn. Thanks, Kevin. Make sure you go vote. And like I said, tomorrow's promised to no one. Reach out, get to your people, let them know you love them. All right? Like I said, this will be on at 6 o'clock tonight for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago. I'm your boy, the Superback, Shawn Sierra. I am out.